I'll call this meeting to order of the Hawarden City Council. This is our regular council meeting on Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. It's 5:30 p.m. We're in the Hawarden City Hall in the council chambers room. Moving to the agenda, 1A is to approval of the September 10th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Could I have a motion for approval, please?
So moved.
And a second? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Moving on to approval of the September 24th, 2025 claims for payment. Any questions about those?
No questions.
Okay, I would take a motion, please.
I'll motion to approve.
And a second?
Second.
All those in favor of approving the September 24th, 2025 claims for payment, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. At this time, we have open business from the community. We don't have anyone here, I think, that wants to speak, so we will move on to the mayor's report. Also, does not want to speak tonight, so we'll move on to staff reports. Travis.
Citywide cleanup this weekend, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Iowa DNR completed their tree count. They went around and did an inventory of our trees on city property, including the golf course and all the right-of-ways. So we'll get they're updating that on the website, and then we'll get a report for that too, how many dead and dying ones need to be removed. That's something that we'll probably discuss with the ordinances that come up. There's some surrounding towns that have put in a moratorium on planting in the parking until they can figure out if they want trees replanted in the parking. So just something we'll discuss during that time. And then Iowa Utility Commission electric inspection went well last week, so that's all I have.
Good. Thank you. Chief DePriest.
Next Thursday, we have our onboarding meeting with Lexipol. It's the start of our policy manual update, and once that gets going, we'll be working with a team weekly, and I anticipate the project to take 8 months to a year.
Okay, thank you. Carol.
Just continuing to work with the residents on this FEMA project, or the cleanup of the flood. That's been quite troublesome. And we're going to be working with our website, which we're going to talk about later on the agenda. And that's about it. But for Trade Zone, went to Kansas City for an absolutely fantastic conference down there about how to use the tool, how to make it a business attraction tool. So that was great.
Okay, thank you, Carol. And Jenny.
Nothing, thank you.
Okay. Council comments. Do we have anyone who would like to speak tonight?
I just want to point out that the high-tech utility is nearing the end of its last payment on the debt that built the fiber optic backbone with cable to the homes, and over 20 years ago, 25 years ago, the second thing they were going to be planning to do is change out that cable to fiber, so it would be a much faster system, and I just would like to look into it now that the debt's being paid down and see where we're at with that.
Anything else?
I just want to add to that if I could.
Please.
I think there's a lot of conduit already to the homes, so from my understanding. So I think it would be a great opportunity. You know, the citizens did vote to keep high-tech a few years back. I think it would be a great service to at least have this discussion and see what we can do to do the upgrades we need.
Okay. Then we'll move on to other agenda items. Number 3 is approval of final pay request to IES Commercial.
This is approval of the final pay request for $92,018.01. This is the 5% retainage that was held for the completion of the project. All the punch list items have been completed. I did include DGR's statement of final completion document, so,
So they did sign off?
yep.
Final payment, that sounds good.
Yeah, yep, it's been running well.
Good. Questions?
I make a motion to approve the final pay to IES Commercial.
Okay,
There's no
and,
questions.
I'll second that.
okay. We've got a motion and a second. Anything further? We'll do a roll call vote. Feldhacker,
Aye.
Clucky,
Aye.
Allen,
Aye.
Warner,
Aye.
Anderson.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Thank you. Next, number 4 on the agenda is a resolution 2025-15, setting a public hearing.
Yeah, this will just set a public hearing for next council meeting. We'll have the public hearing that'll give the public a chance to speak to the ordinance, and then we'll have the third reading after that.
And this ordinance is amending Chapter 75 on all-terrain vehicles and snowmobiles, and we're adding golf carts to that. So is there any discussion? If not, I would take a motion
So moved.
and a second.
I'll second.
Roll call vote. Clucky,
Aye.
Allen,
Aye.
Warner,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Feldhacker.
Aye.
Passes 5-0. Moving on to number 5, this is the second reading of ordinance 761. It's an ordinance amending Chapter 75 for all-terrain vehicles and snowmobiles. Brian, do you want to?
Yeah, so as I mentioned at the last meeting, this step is necessary for golf carts to be operated on city streets. They just need to have certain regulations and approval of the council. I don't see golf carts as being a huge issue. It's just one of those situations that if we're going to do it, let's do it right. I have altered the language to exclude trails after the last council meeting, as the council wanted that addressed, so that has been done.
Okay, thank you for that. Any other discussion on that? If not, I'll take a motion
So moved.
and a second.
I'll second.
We've got a motion and a second. We'll do roll call vote again. Allen,
Aye.
Warner,
Aye.
Anderson,
Aye.
Feldhacker,
Aye.
Clucky.
Aye.
That passes 5-0. Thank you. Number 6 is a resolution 2025-16, setting a public hearing on a proposed voluntary annexation. Travis.
Bill Boyer requested to the county to annex 6.29 acres of farmland into Hawarden city limits. As you can see on the map, not sure how it ever got in the county or was part of the county, because you see the county line going north and south, and it just cuts over for that little section. I'm sure it was way back, I think Hadaway owned it at one time.
When I
Yeah.
lived out there, the back 30 feet of my property was outside of the city limits.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was-
never did understand it.
yeah,
The north of that, is that city?
Yeah.
yeah, all the way around it.
That's,
Yeah,
it's
well, except for
weird.
to the east, yeah. So he requested, so part of the process, he requests to the county, we have to have a public hearing, so this will set the
Okay.
public hearing for next council meeting. Have the open discussion, and then we can move forward annexing that into the city limits. So city limits will run just straight north and south there instead of cutting that section out.
Is there a reason that he wants to change it?
Um,
And not just because it looks weird, but is there a reason?
Ideally, that would be mobile home zoning,
Yeah, yeah.
but we have to annex it first before we can discuss zoning it as a mobile home park. So, it's the first process and
Okay.
all that, so.
Because otherwise, I mean, it's cheaper to have it be county to pay taxes than
That's
it is to
cheaper
have
for-
it to be
That's
city, so there's
exactly
gotta be
what
a
I was
reason.
Yeah, cheaper for him, this is,
What?
anytime we can, better for us.
No, I just wondered the reason, so.
Yep.
Anything further? And the public hearing would be our next regular council meeting?
Yes.
Okay. We'll take a motion on that, please,
So move.
in a second.
Go ahead.
Second.
Roll call vote, we'll start with Warner,
I,
Anderson,
Aye.
Feldacker,
Aye.
Clucky,
Aye.
Allen.
Aye.
Number 7 is approval of contract Civic Plus. Carol?
This is kind of a surprise that we got from them. We did learn through their recent outreach to us that our website has been unsupported. They knew, I guess, a couple of years ago, that there was going to be a big change in how their computer server company was going to process things. So as of January 2025, they lost the coverage or the companionship of this company, and they had to reach out and try to find a different way to secure our website, which through my research, I found that I'm not so sure it is secured at this time. So they have sent this request quite urgently. We've had a few Zoom calls in the last month for us to go ahead and sign up to get on board with some of their new programs and their new price hikes. It's, in my opinion, outrageous. They say they haven't kept up with current increases, that the market, they aren't competitive in the market with pricing, they're way behind. Well, I don't know about that, because I've received 3 quotes and they were not the low bid. So anyway, their ask to us is that we would sign a new contract with them for $6,139. And they asked that we actually have 2 add-ons, which would add another $2,500 for one, $600 for the other. So we would be spending almost $10,000 to have them host our website, which, just from my other bids, is not competitive. It's high. So I'm requesting, I guess at this time, I don't know if you guys had a chance to review this contract and see what it offers. It is pretty much taking our current website and just shifting it over to this, they call it Central Plus or something. They have a new name for their company. But it's just basically taking it and moving it over to a different URL. So it is my recommendation or ask of the council that we table this until I can get the firm bids in. I did reach out to Bass Agency. It's an agency out of Sioux City that did our website before, a few years ago. I am reaching out to Travis Olson from Agency 212, just because he is by far the most, I guess, helpful. He has certainly been, since the flood, outstanding in helping us stay in the realm of being compliant with communicating on the web. So anyway, I'm asking, I guess, instead of approving this new contract for $6,139, which they will, upon renewal, every year add 5% to the cost, just inflation, they call it. They are requesting us to do automatic upgrades and to redo our website in 2 years, which is a $5,000 fee. So it's just really convoluted to what they're asking, as far as what I think we'll truly get. But that's just been my experience in the last month with them. They are panicked. They are trying to get us to sign this contract because they are without, I guess, a service, or we're hanging out there on the old URL, and they are trying to get us to go to the new one.
So they lost the company who would secure the website, is that what you said?
Yes. So
And they verified that?
what they said was, I actually did, he said, your website is supported and secure in this interim. What we need to do is get you in the implementation queue as fast as possible to transition to Central. So
So
in
is,
talking to other computer people, they say that's just mumbo jumbo, because if they were unsupported as of January of 2025, we're unsupported. So,
and they told you they were unsupported at,
yeah, since January of 2025. And they've known for
Okay.
3 years that this, whatever product they had before was going to be phased out. So I don't know if we're just such a small fish in the sea, or, I'm not sure.
Did we
but-
talk about before not using Civics Plus anymore?
Well, we did talk about it. You know,
so
I think we
Because
should
they were,
look at it.
yeah, they were so unhelpful during the flood and keeping everything.
I'm just
keeping the
confused at why,
information.
yeah, on there, that they
We don't
lose
renew it,
someone
what happens?
who supported it, and yet, how can they get somebody to secure it when they said they couldn't in January? That's,
Well, that,
Yeah.
I'm just dealing with the salesman, of
okay.
course.
And we're
Um,
mid-contract, right?
What?
We're mid-contract right now.
Yes, we are mid-contract. Our contract is valid until May of next year.
Okay.
The problem is, what they have us on may not last until May. I'm kind of getting a
Oh, the
vibe.
type of,
Yeah, it's going from a dropple
So
system
if,
to a.
if they
some
can't
other-
provide that service until May without upgrading the service now,
They haven't told me that
Yeah.
they can't.
Okay.
They just are really, he's saying, I told him, just tell me what the standard option would be, which was $6,139. And then he goes, but with that, we strongly recommend you get what's called Audio Eye, which is an ADA compliant product that helps visually impaired individuals see the website more clearly, which I think you probably could just do through your desktop. But, and then they're also saying that we add on this Guardian Security, which is a secondary security for our website.
Is our website not ADA compliant right now?
It is, yes. It is ADA
What
compliant.
is, this is a dumb question, what does unsupported mean when you say it's unsupported?
Well, there must be, and again, I'm not probably the best person to be speaking to this as far as goes. It means that they must have some server that reviews and monitors every night and blocks things from entering into your website that shouldn't. It sounds like that product is going away for them, or has gone away as of January of 2025.
Unsupported to me,
That's probably
Me-
not the right word.
well,
yeah.
okay.
That one, I
But
mean,
it
scary.
could apply here that,
I'm
they don't offer assistance anymore. There isn't tech support for
Yeah,
it
that's what
anymore.
unsupported
It's-
Oh, no,
means
they
to me.
absolutely, well, here's was my question to him. I said, you have known for 3 years, and you are now just telling me about it. Our site was no longer supported as of January of 2025, which means our website is increasingly vulnerable because of cybersecurity is no longer being supported. And he said, you are secure, but you're no longer supported by who supported you before.
I'd want to know, how can you confirm we are secure? What can you tell me
Well,
to,
he's supposed to be telling me that.
he better
We've asked all
tell
these
you that,
questions.
because we don't want no
So-
unsecure.
Yeah, so don't worry,
This day
we're
and
asking
age.
all the right questions. We
Okay.
just are not, he's really pushing for us, of course, to stay with
I'd want to
Civic
know that
Plus.
answer, yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think that's in our best interest.
Yeah, if they deprecated the software, then your security stops, so then you
I
might not
know.
be getting the latest
I don't
security
like
updates,
that.
so
Right.
each day is an increasing risk, but.
Yeah, so it's definitely been interesting.
Do you have Carol our original contract?
Do I have the old?
Or whatever contract that we signed for this term until May? I'd just be curious what it says about their responsibility
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
secure it, or,
Contract.
I don't think we should have to pay $6,000 if it's something that was in that initial contract.
Oh, it was definitely in the initial contract that we were supported, secure.
Secured, okay.
Yeah, it was, I think we actually had the last time, we had to renew.
it wasn't that long ago.
It was a year, it was
It was
a year ago.
ago.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'd want to know, how are we secured?
Well, I will
And is
get,
it
I will get more
satisfactory?
answers.
You
But
know,
this
we have
is
a lot
what,
going.
yeah.
We don't want-
Obviously, if we agreed to this contract and were put into the implementation queue, then I'm sure we would move over to this new,
I would advise not to agree to this contract until we at least can see what the old one provides and get some of your questions answered.
Yeah.
right. They did assure me that everything that we have on our new website will move over to our next, our next website, so.
Can we get like a active list of vulnerabilities that they can tell us because this is done? Here's your vulnerable access points to the website and what that risk is to the
Yes, we
city?
can.
Okay. We will carry that over to next meeting, right?
If
you need a
someone want to
motion?
make a motion to
I'll make a
table it.
motion that we table it.
And I will second that motion.
Okay. All those in favor of tabling this contract approval, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Thank you.
Can I,
Yeah,
do you want us to go ahead and keep getting quotes for other?
Yeah, we talked about that before when we redid this contract. It's
Okay.
time to find somebody new.
Yeah, just those
Yeah, I
triple
would.
checking, so when Jacob comes back and we can keep pursuing other quotes too.
good. We have nothing on the consent agenda, so I would take a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
In a second.
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. We are adjourned. Next meeting is October 8th, 2025. Thank you.